To work out a compromise health care plan, he lost his voice after his State of the Union speech. A roof collapsed at a supermarket in France.
Soccer bopper, more fun than a pillow fight. Blow 'em up.
Well, we have more ways to describe dirty words than we actually have dirty words. That seems a little strange to me. They call them bad words, dirty, filthy, foul, vile, vulgar, coarse, in poor taste, unseemly, street talk, gutter talk, locker room language, barracks talk, bawdy, naughty, saucy, raunchy, rude, crude, lewd, lascivious, indecent, profane, obscene, blue, off-color, risque, suggestive, cursing, cussing, swearing, and all I could think of was...
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Is all of our garbage still inside of it?
Yeah.
Right where we left it?
It's back there.
All right. Thank God no one disturbed our garbage.
Poor Baldy. How did you fit this car?
Good as new, hopefully. Look at that. Like it never happened. Okay, you're good. I'm a little sad that this sold, honestly. I'm happy to have sold it. I made a pretty good profit on it. I made a really good profit on it. But I kind of wanted to keep it for myself. I was going to put it up for Halloween. Whoever painted this did, like, an amazing job. You see these Byron molds and Holland molds all over thrift stores, and usually they look terrible. Like, somebody really took their time with this. The attention to detail. Like, that's not dirt and patina. They painted in to look like it was patinaed. Like, this thing is awesome. You know, I had a hunch it was going to sell, obviously. That's why I bought it. But there was that little part of me that was like, well, you know, if it doesn't sell, is that really the worst thing in the world? Because that thing's cool, and I'll put them out for Halloween. Oh well. I absolutely regret not showing you guys what I just went through Frankensteining this box. This is the camel blow mold. Got $96, right? Is that what it says? $96 plus shipping? I may be wrong on the price, but you're looking at it. And this was awful. This is the worst box I've ever had to cobble together, because this thing was so long, but in an awkward way because of the neck. Like, it was long and tall at the same time. And it was, I probably should have made sure I had a box that was going to fit this before I put it up. But the original box measurements were 2319 by 13. I think I added about 8 inches to the box with priority mail pieces. So yeah, we're up to almost 27 on what was originally a 23-inch box. There's a big curve in the box in here to accommodate the nose, and then I had to piece together 12 by 12 by 8. So yeah, I should have showed you this, because this could have been a pretty good lesson in how to Frankenstein a box. And then I used some shrink wrap around it and taped it again, just to help reinforce all those different cuts and angles. They're all taped multiple times, multiple directions, and then I shrink wrapped it so that maybe it'll hopefully hold. I think it's going to be okay. but this thing's a monster. $96 sold. If you've watched the videos where you've seen my blow mold collection, I paid $60 for 9 pieces total. This is one of those 9. So that puts each piece at about $6.60 each. And I've already made $96, so $90 on the first piece. Still have 8 to go. The other ones are going to be just as interesting to try to ship because they're even bigger. But at least they don't have a weird neck that I'll have to work around. It's just going to be tall boxes. So I messed up here with the camel blow mold. I didn't realize that when I picked the shipping options that I put it at parcel select. And I used those priority mailboxes on the butt end of it to seal the box together. So I've wrapped it in shipping paper. I'm going to shrink wrap it again, and hopefully it doesn't rip and no one notices those priority mailboxes until it gets to where it's going. No, I'm not supposed to do that, but it's got to ship today, and I'm not ripping this whole thing apart just to put regular boxes on. I figured the shipping paper would cause the least amount of weight added to this. If I had tried to put more boxes over the boxes, I would have had to add and reprint a sticker. So don't do that. Make sure if you're doing parcel select that you're not using half a priority mailbox on your box. Is that better? I feel like it's super bright. You have absolutely no idea how happy this tape is making me. It's 1988 in this garage, and I'm loving it. 2 things you've probably realized if you've watched the channel consistently. I'm a broken record. I repeat myself a lot. I try not to, but it's just something I do. I can't help it. And I know I'm saying something for the 10th or 11th time as I'm saying it, and I still can't stop myself from saying it. I probably already said this speech before that I repeat myself. And 2, nostalgia is best. I can't get enough nostalgia. If I could go back and be 12 tomorrow, I'd do it in a heartbeat. Oh yeah, crunchy stars. This is why these tapes are great. Updates. This is the part where we just ramble. There's no bolos. There's no sales. We're just gonna talk. The plan that was starting to roll before all the car nonsense happened is rolling once again. It is currently May 15th. It's May 15th. I've spoke with my manager. We worked out some details. When we return, Jess and I are going to the Outer Banks for a week, the first week of June. Once we return from the week at the Outer Banks, overnight, I resigned my position. Just gonna be a grunt, back to being a grunt, doing hard work. I think I'm gonna be happier for it. I'm gonna work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from probably about 7 p.m. to like 5, 6 a.m. That's about the equivalent of the hours I'm doing during the week now, with me leaving early. That's gonna leave me with Thursday morning through Monday night to just do whatever I wanna do. And I think that's gonna help tremendously. It's gonna help me avoid the dilemma I had last year where I was missing a lot of Friday sales. It'll leave me open if there's a random Thursday sale, which are very, very, very rare up here. No one ever does a sale on Thursday. I'll be fresh and rested for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now I can be on my own schedule again. I used to hate overnight. Jess and I worked for like 6 years overnight. We hated it because we always thought we were missing out on something during the day. We wanted daylight. Then we got to daylight, and what are we really missing? All of our friends and family work during the day, just like we do, and then we get home and we eat dinner, and then you're too exhausted from the day, so you just go to bed. So what was the difference really? It was the weekends that were important, not so much the time of day that we were working. I've always been a night owl anyway. I've talked in previous videos about I'm burning it at both ends because I'm staying up way too late and have to get up at like 6 o'clock to go to work. The overnights are going to eliminate that. I'm just going to be able to be awake and asleep at my leisure. We don't have children. We don't have a lot of responsibility outside of our jobs. Today is a perfect example. It's like 2 in the morning. I came home from work and napped from like 6 to 11, and I'm probably going to be up for the foreseeable future. The great thing with eBay, I can be up at 5 in the morning doing eBay stuff or YouTube stuff. I'm looking forward to it. The other part, I feel like it's by the time this video goes up, it'll be safe to put it out there. Jessica has given her 2-week notice at her current job, and she is coming back to where I work. She originally worked there when the store opened with me, and then she left for another opportunity. That's not working out so well anymore. She's not happy. She hasn't been happy, so she's gonna be doing the same thing I am. Same schedule, except she's gonna add the 4th day. For as involved as she's getting with the business, she's still not 100% involved, so she wants to make sure she's doing the 40 hours. And I'll probably end up going back to 4 days, like in the fall, the winter, when sourcing slows down. I can't relinquish the real job. It's when that's all you've done. I mean, I know 90% of you who resell full-time probably at one time had a real job and just made the leap, or something forced you to. But until something forces me to, I don't know that I'm ever going to be able to put both feet in. I see the opportunity still, but more and more now, I'm seeing less opportunity, because one of my major sources of items to sell was Goodwill. And Southwestern Pennsylvania Goodwill is just, it's night and day from what it was a year ago. I used to never leave a Goodwill empty-handed a year ago around the same time, and now I can go to 4 and buy nothing, and that scares me. That will force me to do too much clothing, which is fine. If I have that time, I'd be happy to do the clothing, I guess. That's the only place that could be any opportunity, as far as I see. And I don't know if it's ever going to recover, because it's not just a donation issue.
We'll return after these messages.
What was I saying? They seem to have moved their business model to, they're not carrying a lot of toys on the shelf. They've cut all their toy sections down, so I assume all that's going right to the bins. Electronics have been terrible, and it looks like video games have all been just completely cut out. You'll see a couple in the case sometime, but to find anything but a sports title here and there on the shelf is rare now. So it scares me to try to jump in until I have a better source of items than trying to rely on thrift stores once garage sale season ends. We've talked about storage units. We're not too far from the Ohio border, and it seems like a lot of areas in Ohio close to us do a lot of storage unit auctions. I don't see a lot around my area, nor do I have the means to transport the contents, but if it meant renting a U-Haul or something for the day, it would eat into profits. But if storage units can be as profitable as I've seen, it might be okay. It might just be a cost of doing business. So far, this tape has been exactly what I thought it was going to be. I'm wondering if I'm going to see the Campbell soup commercial where the kid melts, comes in the house and he's a snowman and eats the soup and he melts.
Great taste of McDonald's! Take a bow wow, guys.
Look who's dropped in at McDonald's. The stars of Walt Disney's new movie, Oliver and Company.
So, by now Jess has given her 2-week notice, and she will be coming aboard with me. And some of you may be saying, oh, you guys are going to kill each other, working the same schedule all the time. And most couples that would be true, but that's not true for Jess and I. We met about 10 years ago on the job, and pretty much have worked the exact same schedule, the same hours, a lot of times the same position, side by side, for 8 of the 10 years we've been together. It's only the last 2 that we've worked in separate places, and we work really well together. Jess and I are 2 halves of the same thing. We can coexist 24 hours a day together, and we don't get sick of each other because we're both pretty easy to get along with. She's a good balance. I can get very irritated quickly. I don't have a lot of patience, hence the reason I don't have children. I can get very irritated at work, and she is a good leveler. She knows how to bring me back down, and the same with her. She doesn't get that frustrated often. She's a very patient person, but when she gets like that, I can level her out. So I don't think we're going to have a lot of frustration. We're going to be dealing with 2 or 3 other employees in a closed store stocking shelves. It's not rocket science. So maybe I'll do some live stream from the graveyard shift, see who's up at 3 in the morning while I'm eating my lunch, and who wants to talk about reselling at 3 a.m. Wow, that's 11 minutes of rambling. I can't imagine you've seen 11 minutes of rambling. I hope that this has been chopped up some. I've recorded so much footage all week long, and going back through a lot of it, it's not relevant. Should have been like, it's things where I wish I could put a video up every day. Maybe I'll experiment with that coming up. I'll just do a video and I'll upload it. I won't edit it or anything. Just a live stream of me talking. Well, live to tape. We know how live streams go. I'll address that quickly, move on forever. The live stream, I don't know what to tell you. I feel like the people this is geared to have moved on. I lost quite a few subscribers, but I've gained them all back, plus some at this point. It is what it is. I'm a person. I never set out to be a YouTube personality. I'm just a guy who's putting, videos on YouTube. With that being said, the live streams going forward, I'm sure there'll be more. A planned live stream will be much like the videos. Cool, tame, family friendly-ish. If it's an unplanned live stream, I'm feeling silly and I hit that button, I don't know what you're gonna get. Sometimes I drink, sometimes I swear. So, just be aware of that. If that's not something for you, then don't watch that video. Watch the next video. But I'm not gonna apologize for just being me. As I did this video, I had all kinds of plans of what it was gonna be. And slowly but surely it went from I'm going to do a what sold video to I'm not doing a what sold video. I'll show you some sales. I've showed you some sales. We'll talk about a few more here. I haven't done a sold video in so long that I didn't really talk about anything from April. And here we are almost 3 weeks into May. So that's going to be a project to sit down and do the sold video, and I find them boring and don't like to do them anyway, so it's even that much more of a struggle to get that done. But now it's just kind of become, my centerpiece. As Harry Tornado said, the vibe of my channel is train wreck, and I'll own that. That's fine. That sounds about right. I don't know about train wreck. Maybe a train about to go off the rails, but I don't think we're a complete train wreck yet. So we covered the car, we covered the job. Outer Banks, don't get eaten by sharks. And language. It's language. They're words. Let's chill. Who cares? Right? Right. In lieu of sitting down and doing the entire month of April sold, I'll still probably end up doing that. Maybe that's something I'll work on at the Outer Banks. I'll just do all of April and May. We'll do like a 2-part, here's what sold for these 2 months that I was too bored to talk about. Pretty good sales in there too, for me anyhow. I've turned on promoted listings and I finally am accepting returns, and I saw a dramatic uptick in my sales, be it coincidence or not. I don't feel that it was a coincidence because I would average about a sale a day, and I jumped up to 3 to 4 sales a day since. So this is supposed to be the summer slowdown and I'm picking up, so I have to say it's got to do something. So it has to do, I can't say that. It has to have something to do with the promoted listings and the returns. What did I get on that for? Sold videos, good sales, and then we jumped over. Maybe I am a train wreck. So we'll do maybe a 2-part what sold video down the road, and I'll just talk about the stuff I got to pack up today. I got quite a few orders to get ready for tomorrow morning. This first one was a Toy Biz Iron Man figure. Well, it's a misprint. I got this for like $2.99 at Goodwill, and I thought it would do better. I don't know if collectors still care about like errors and misprints, but I assumed that they did. It's Century putting the Tony Stark box accidentally. So yeah, paid like $2.99 for that. Got $22.44 plus shipping. This McDonald's drive-through set or cash register. Picked that up not too long ago. If you looked at that when I talked about it in the video, you can see how valuable for some reason this little McDonald's cash register is. Paid, don't recall, maybe $3, $4. Got $32.44 plus shipping. This was it's a metal box that holds reel-to-reel, 8mm reels, 5 or 6 maybe. Empty reel-to-reel reels? Reel-to-reel reels. The empty case. I bought that last summer. I don't remember what I paid. It was at a garage sale, so it probably wasn't much, like $1 or $2. And it's another one of those factors of list or death pile, because it's that. I bought it, I put it in the garage, and it wasn't until we started cleaning stuff up that I saw it. It was like, I don't even think that's listed. I listed it, and it sold like a month, 6 weeks. So whatever I paid for it, couple bucks, sold that for $25 on an offer. Nautica shorts, those were in a haul video not too long ago. Paid $2.99 at Red, White, and Blue for those. Got $35 on an offer. I don't really know what else to say about them. They had a big spell out, so odds are they were going to sell pretty well. Man, a lot of this stuff has been in videos lately. The Sony under-the-counter radio that I picked up at St. Vincent de Paul for like $3.99 and sold it for $74.44 plus shipping. And finally, I also have to pack up the Bible, the Good Leader Bible that I found that was like brand new in the box from the 40s. Had to take a bunch of pictures. It's one thing with Bibles, if you're asking a lot of money for Bibles, and this is the third time it's happened to me, there's specific verses, chapters, images, pages that people are going to ask you for photos of, and I guess it's up to you if you're going to accommodate that, but I will, because it got me $74 for that Bible, and I paid $9.99 for it. So that's what sold the last couple days, like since Friday, Thursday or Friday. I don't know, I'll just wrap it up. This has been a very rambly video. If you're still watching, thanks for watching. Tune in for the next train wreck. I'll see ya.